Hey guys, how you guys doing? Dan here, and I got my compadre here with me today. I got Garland, and we're up here looking. I'm back up in the same area that I've been at since last week. Uh, what I'm doing is I wrapped up my investigation on what happened up here, and in a few minutes I'm gonna lay that all down for you. I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened up here. Um, Took me about a week to put all this together because I had to, investigate exactly what was going on up here, and I wanted to be right on track with everything. Also, uh, I told you I put up some bait for group number 2, which is over here on my north side, and no hits on it yet. Now I'm back on the south side. I'm back with group number 1, where all the shooting occurred. And where I'm at right now, remember I told you there was a stump that I put a bright shiny nickel in it, and they took it? Okay. And I've told you before about these green cones. They're pine cones in a total green state, and they're full of sap. The Sierra Sasquatch up here, they love it. They love it, and they consume it. They're, they're not that easy to find up here. Now, something peculiar happens that has to do with that, okay? I'll explain that to you later. But anyway, I took one of those cones, and where I put the nickel, I put the cone in there. Well, me and Garland just got in here into the south side, and we just passed the stump, and guess what? The green cone is gone. They took it. So that's what we're doing back here, because see, this is one of the areas through here that I know they travel. They travel through here quite often, and also right behind me is one of the areas where the 223 rounds were coming into. In other words, the brass is on the other side, but the spray went through here, and that's what I'm doing back here. I'm finishing up my investigation, and I'm going to lay it all on to you in a few minutes. So anyway, here's our camera right here. So we got this all hot to trot, and we're going to put out some food for them. Okay? Now, this spot is kind of significant. And look, the only reason I'm showing you this is because I'm showing you the evidence, which is connected why they do come through here all the time. They got this place pretty marked out. It's bam. This is one of their main travel routes. So right here, right in here, this is not normal at all. And this is done intentional, and that's their works. Some of these so-called symbols of whatever they mean, what they're communicating about, some of these I can't decipher them. This is probably my guess. It's just a solid marker, okay, like an indicator. Now, look at. I know you guys probably have seen enough timber in the woods by now of being markers and such, okay? But in this sense, I have to show it because it goes with my research of what I'm doing here right now. Because I want to wrap this investigation up, because see, I was supposed to be down at the Forks, checking, going through these caves. But right now, this is a priority, okay? This is a priority. I don't give a damn about the caves right now. This is what I give a damn about right now, is this group. Anyway, I'm going to show you how well they got this place marked out, and I'm going to show you how they travel. Garland, go ahead and give them a look right through there. Now, as you could tell, it's pretty damn marked out. You got about 2 or 3 arcs. You got a big X, and we also have we have a tree almost vertical. All through here is where they come through. They come right through here. They travel right on through down through here. And they come up through here. There's a break. This is very well traveled. Now check this out, guys. Now, you see how flat it is right here? Yeah, look how flat it is. This is so well traveled, and it's going right up to here. If you follow this up in here, it'll pop right into where we have our main camp. That's what I call ground zero for group number 1. This is ground zero. Check this out. Now, to anybody that's automatically going to assume and use the non-obvious eye, you're going to say, well, this here just fell over. Maybe root rot or whatever. Termites got to the roots that fell over. See how it's leaning up against here? But guess what? You're wrong. You see this? This here. See how that matches? I'm going to tell you a secret. You know, when I see breaks, especially ones that weigh anywhere from 500 pounds on up, you know, I'm talking basically trunks of trees, and you see them set in particular type of various positions. Okay, I'll give you a few hints. What I look for this: the match of the bark to the tree. Does this match to this? And as you can see, it does. Okay. Now this came from here to the bottom, which means what? There's no roots. This was put here. And as Garland just showed you up there, I'm going to demonstrate for you guys, but I got to be real careful. I don't want this SOP to fall on my head. Check it out. Now, they dropped this in the ground. It's down in the ground a little bit, believe me. Now watch this. Oh, shit. There you go. I don't want this falling on me. I'm getting the hell out of here. So, you guys got the picture, correct? There you go. So, that was intentionally put there. As a matter of fact, it doesn't even, wherever it came from, it's not from here. Had to come maybe back there, somewhere over there, or maybe over there. But what I'm trying to say, they carried it and just laid it up there. Now this, like I said, this is all marked out. This is one of their main travel trails they do come from. Whoops, hear that?
Yep.
We got somebody, there's some shooting going up here, guys, and it's not even hunting season. And not only that, I'm in a non-hunting zone. This sounds like a high-powered rifle. What was that, 3 shots? There's something going on. Okay, hey, look it, guys. I'm gonna wrap this up right now. I'll see you in a few. To wrap this video up, I'll see you in a few. I'm getting kind of nervous. Catch you later. Guys, back. Hey, that was kind of cool, you gotta admit though, huh, what I showed you a little while ago. And right now, see, I'm at my main camp, and if Garland points in this direction, that's where we were there. That's where we were at, back inside there, a little ways in. So we got our camera done. We got the food up, and the green cone that I put back there on a stump, like I told you before, Yes, they did take it. Now here's where we're at. Here's where I'm standing at right now. Me and Garland just wrapped up our investigation on this event that occurred. My guess is this. I think it happened probably, I'd say, within the last 3 to 4 weeks. And I could tell by the brass, it hasn't been out in the environment very long to begin with. And right here, as Garland's showing you, I only showed you a fraction of what was fired off, and here's the complete group that came out of the high-powered rifle. There's exactly, see, there's 7 rounds, and I got 12 rounds of 223, and there was more where that came from. But I'm not, you know, this is all I'm not going to carry a bunch of brass for you, okay? I got enough, my hands are full. Anyway, this is just a small sample. Now, I'm going to explain something to you real quick, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it down to you. I'm going to explain to you how this event probably happened. And because the evidence, all the evidence, everything and everything we have done in our investigation on this, it's all pointing to this, what I'm going to explain to you. Okay? So, this one here, I know this one here's puzzled a lot of you out there. You guys took you took a hell of a shot in giving your opinion and what this cartridge casing goes to. Well, I don't want to pop anybody's bubble out there, but you're all wrong. Sorry. What this goes to is a 7.62 by 51 millimeter. Okay? This particular cartridge is used by military, like I suggested. And you're ready for this? This particular cartridge that's used by the military goes to a 308 rifle, which is used as a sniper rifle. Just see, I think I said something like that, if I remember right, didn't I? And there is a civilian version of this cartridge. The civilian version is a 308 that goes to the 308 Winchester rifle. Okay? That's the only thing this cartridge fits. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, you could take the hunting rifle out of the equation. It's not happening. All right? And I'm going to, okay, and there's other two principles going on here. Is this. If in fact this happened, say 3 to 4 weeks ago, there's no hunting here. All right? No hunting. So you ain't got no hunter. There's nobody up here target practicing either, okay? You see, human beings are pretty, excuse me, but human beings are pretty ignorant in what some things we do. And we have a bad habit of leaving a lot of evidence that we were there, okay? That's why I could track a human being in a heartbeat, because you guys just leave a lot of trail for me to follow. Anyway, so me and Garland, we looked at all venues. We took that out of the equation. It's not a hunter. And it wasn't nobody target practicing. So what does that leave you left? That's right. Exactly what I said when I went down here. Okay? That is what's left. Now, and how do I know? How would I know if this 223 round came out of a 16? Could have came out of an AR-M15, right? But it didn't. I'm still sticking with M16. To everybody out there, probably well known mainly as an M2, which is nothing but a modified M16. Excuse me, M4. An M4, which is nothing but a modified 16, any way you want to shake it. So 16s are still in use in military, all the way, by all branches. Now, why do I think it came from a 16? 16 has, you can engage it in 2 different ways. Semi-automatic, there's a switch on it, like the kind I used in Vietnam. There's a switch on the side. It's semi-automatic and what we used to call full rock and roll, which is full automatic machine gun. Now, when you're firing a semi-automatic, say if it's an AR M15, it's semi-automatic, right? So the shells are going to dispense as fast as you can pull the trigger, which would be say something like this, pop, pop. Okay? The rounds are going to be laying down in a certain manner. Now, when you're shooting a full automatic, it's a whole different ballpark because these shells are flying out. Okay? There's a big difference. I've been in a lot of combat in Vietnam. Let me tell you something. I know the scenarios. That's exactly what I see. Okay? Now, I know a lot of you don't know this and I've never mentioned it before. Okay? I'm going to tell you real quick what I actually did in the Army. I was in Special Ops. I was an Airborne Ranger. Okay? I served with the 1st Cavalry Division, South Vietnam. North Vietnam, I served TDY with MACV. Okay? There you go. The Cold War, I served in 2 different fronts. The Cold War, I served with the 8th Infantry Airborne Division, Special Operations. Okay? There you go. That's my military background. So, I really don't need anybody to school me about anything about military. I really don't. Anyway, I just want to get that out of the way so now you know my background. Not all of it, I gave you some of it. Now, this is what happened. This is what I believe happened. There was 2 personnel. One here. One was here. Now, the guy here is the one that's firing the 223 rounds. And he's like this. And what he's doing is he's doing concentrated fire. He's coming across like that. The guy here with the high-powered rifle, he's waiting like this because basically what they were doing, there was more to this equation. You see, I have mentioned about these little green pine cones. We call them green cones. Well, these Sierra Sasquatches up here, they love them and they consume them. Now, when I came up here last week, I found these cones that were laid strategically in a certain spot. It's kind of like almost you're laying something down in a certain spot, like it's like follow the Pied Piper, so to speak, if you understand where I'm coming from. And I found these cones up here. One over here, one down there, one there. And I'm going to tell you, you can't just find those everywhere. What I'm trying to say, they were deliberately put there as bait to draw them out. That's what they were doing up here. And so they draw them out where I'm back in here because they come off this side of the mountain. They come back in here up to this side, and there's a trail that I just showed you, and they come in through here. Okay? Because there's a deer trail that comes right through here. They like to ambush the deer. Anyway, so my guess is this guy's with the 223, and he's firing, and he's trying to flush out what's ever back here. And they expected it to be flushed out coming out here, which is an open area. The guy with the high-powered rifle is like this, because whatever he flushes out, all he has to do is this. Boom. Now, we've looked at this whole area. I don't find one drop of blood anywhere. Nothing out of place. And I've combed this whole area. Outside of this area. And so far, thank God, it looks like some members of this group is okay. Because nothing else is telling me otherwise. And you can tell there's no more shooting. It quit. It quit. They were getting awfully close. You know, before we started filming, there was a couple shots fired off from a high-powered rifle. And they were all not too far from us. So we kind of skedaddled out of there, come back in here. And as we're filming this, I know you heard it a couple times, and that's it. So anyway, that's what went down here, guys. Okay? Now, the big question is this. Who the hell you think these personnel were? I just gave you all this information. Now, think about it real good. Don't assume nothing. Do your own research. Come up with your own conclusion. But I will tell you this. I know who it is because we've been visited by them a couple times. And there's no doubt in my mind through all the evidence I found up here, it was them. So, anyway, look it guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I hope you all enjoying your holiday. As you can tell, me and G don't get a holiday because we're up here working it. But right after we do this, we're going home. We're going to enjoy the rest of the weekend to ourselves. We're going to head right back up to the North Fork. And we're going to hit right on the caves, and we got some other things we got to do there, and we're going to send some cameras up in there too. We're down to business now, guys. I just want to make sure that I feel good about this place now, okay? I know what happened, I know what went down. So, that's it. Hey guys, I hope you liked this video, and I'll catch you in a couple weeks, okay? Gotta go, bye.
See you later.